Hello dear students, this is Ms. Damini Riang and I'm here today with your mathematics class on chapter number 1 entitled Rational Numbers. Now, what is a rational number? A number that can be written in the form of p by q where q not equals to 0 is called a rational number. For example, 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3, 3 by 2, comma minus 3 by 2, etc. A number that can be written in the form of p by q. Now, what does this p by q means? Say for example, you have two numbers p and q where p equals to 2 and q equals to 3. Now, when you want to write this in the form of p by q, you write it as 2 by 3. Now, this p can be any number. Say for example, p is equal to 3, q is equals to 5. So, your number will be 3 by 5. So, number in the form of p by q usually means fractional numbers that, for example, like 2 by 3 and 3 by 5. Now, what does this q not equals to 0 mean? Say, for example, you have two numbers 2 by 0 and 3 by 0. In a rational number, p can be 0, it can be any other number, but q cannot be 0. You can write a rational number in the form of 0 by 1, 0 by 2 or 0 by 3, etc. because the ultimate result will be 0 itself. But you cannot write 2 by 0, that is, you cannot put 0 at the denominator because the ultimate result will be an infinity, which is number not defined. Hence, we cannot write q equals to 0, but we can write p equals to 0. Therefore, in a rational number, it is mentioned that q not equals to 0. So, if you want to represent few examples of rational numbers, the few examples are 2 by 3, comma 7 by say 11, comma 0 by 5, because 0 by 5 is 0, 3 by 5, etc. Let us now study about few basic properties required while solving some integer numbers. First is the commutative property, then associative property, distributive property, and inverse of a number. First, let us study the commutative property. Let us take two numbers such as 2 and 3. Now, 2 plus 3 can be written as 3 plus 2. Now, 2 plus 3 equals to 5, and the answer of 3 plus 2 is also 5. The answer does not make any difference. Now, let's take some variable numbers such as x plus y. X plus y can also be written as y plus x. The answer will not be any different. Now, let us look at the multiplication of numbers. Say 2 into 3 can be written as 3 into 2. 2 into 3 equals to 6. 3 into 2 is also 6. There is no difference in the answers. Now, let us look at the variables. X into y equals to y into x. There is no difference in the answer. The answer is the same. And this property of integers is known as the commutative property. Now, let us look at the associative property. Let us take three numbers 2, 3, 4 and multiply them. So, this 2 into 3 into 4 can also be written as 2 into 3 together and then 4. Now, this can also be written as 2 into 3 into 4 together. Now, when you multiply all these numbers, the answer will be the same, that is 24, and here 2 into 3 into 4 is also 24. Even after changing the places of the numbers, it does not make any difference in the answer. So, this property of integers is known as the associative property. Now, let us look at the variables. X into y into z can also be written as x into y into z together, or it can be written as x into y and then z. Now, when you find out the answer will still be the same. It does not make any difference. So, this is known as associative property. Now, let us look at the distributive property. Now, in a distributive property, let's say the numbers are 2 into 3 plus 4. Now, what we do is, we distribute this 2 to 3, we distribute the 2 to 4. So, we can write this as 2 into 3 within a bracket plus, since there is a plus here, plus 2 into 4. Since one of the number gets distributed to both the numbers, therefore it is known as distributive property. Now, let us look some examples of variables. So, x into y plus z. X is distributed to y, x is also distributed to z. So, we can write this as x into y within a bracket plus x into z. Next comes the inverse. The inverse of 2 is minus 2. The inverse of minus 3 is 3. And the inverse of 2 by 3 is 3 by 2. So basically in an inverse, the sign changes. Let us now solve exercise 1.1, question number 1, sub-question 1. So look at the question and see that minus 2 by 3 into 3 by 5 is one number, 5 by 2 is another number, and 3 by 5 into 1 by 6 is another number. So in minus 2 by 3 into 3 by 5 and minus 3 by 5 into 1 by 6, look at the number that 3 by 5 and 3 by 5 is common. So minus 2 by 3 into 3 by 5 minus 3 by 5 into 1 by 6, and let us put plus 5 by 2 separately. Now since we have changed the places of these numbers without any difference in the equation, so therefore this will be a commutative property. Now we have studied before that commutative property is such a property where if you have two numbers a plus b, we can write this as b plus a, and there will not be any overall differences in the equation. So this is a, this is b, and this is c. So the question goes like a plus b minus c is written as a minus c plus b. So commutative property is a property where we change the places of the numbers without any change in the overall answer. So now we put this under a bracket, we put this under a bracket as well. Now here we have 3 by 5, here we have 3 by 5. So we take 3 by 5 as common. Now from the first numbers, if we take 3 by 5 common, what remains is minus 2 by 3. And then we have a minus, so we put a minus. From here we took out 3 by 5, so what remains is minus 1 by 6. And then plus 5, plus 5 by 2. So that is equal to 3 by 5. For this we have to take the LCM of the numbers. I hope you learned how to take out the LCM of numbers in your lower classes, but I'll be showing you anyway, like 3, 6, and then we multiply it with common numbers like 3 1s are 3 and 3 2s are 6. So LCM here will be 3 2s are 6. So your overall denominator is 6, then minus 2 into 3, since 3 2s are 6, within a bracket minus 1 into 6 1s are 6. Plus 5 by 2. So that is equal to 3 by 5 into minus 2 into 2 is minus 4. Since there is a minus minus, and minus 1 divided by 6 plus 5 by 2. Now 3 by 5, here it's minus 4 minus 1 gives minus 5 divided by 6 plus 5 by 2. That is equal to 3 into 5 is 15 minus 15, and 5 6 are 30 plus 5 by 2. Now we have to take the LCM and find the overall answers. We have to take the LCM of 2 comma 30. So LCM 2 comma 30 is 2 1s are 2, and here it's 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10. So 2 15s are 30. So LCM is 2 into 15, that is 30. The denominator is 30. Now you'll write minus 15 into 30 1s are 30 within a bracket. And then here it's plus, so plus again within a bracket 5 into 2 15s are 30. That is equal to minus 15 plus 15 5s are 75 divided by 30. So that is equal to minus 15 plus 75 gives your answer as 60 divided by 30. So 0 0 cancels out each other and 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. So your overall answer is 2. So that's all for today's class. In our next class, we will be solving the rest of the exercise questions. So till then, take care and bye-bye.